and things that is in the atmosphere that the mother is already living in, because those are the first dangers the child's going to be exposed to. So Allah gives this assistance from the mother to the child that's going to protect it until the child develops its own immune system. But if the child never develops its own immune system, you're going to have to put it in a bubble. You're going to have to put it in a special environment where it's not exposed to the dangers that you and I face every day. But as that immune system is exposed to more and more things, it gets bigger, it gets stronger, it gets to where it can fight off so many diseases. You and I are constantly being assaulted. Every second of every day, you and I are being assaulted. Every second, your body is producing useless cells, but you have other cells in your body to get rid of those cells. And this is something that happens 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. You don't think about it. You're not aware of it. Allah has taken care of it on your subconscious mind and in the systems He's put in your body. But in that is a huge lesson. When Imam Muhammad rahimahullah alayhi was helping us understand the human being, He made us see the whole society within our own body. It's very important what I'm telling you. The head is the government. The lungs is the monetary system, or the exchange system. And what's happening in your body, in your lungs, you're constantly recycling carbon dioxide and oxygen. So there's a constant exchange. Constant exchange. And that exchange is cycling energy that's made from your intestines and your stomach. And he said this was the industrial complex where materials get broken down into their finer components. So I eat some food and it gets broken down into amino acids and fatty acids and simple sugars. Then he said that the feet represent the support for the society. Now, may Allah be pleased with great thinkers. And no one becomes a great thinker of their own accord. They have to be blessed by Allah. And Allah will bless great thinkers with thoughts to serve a purpose. So when Imam Muhammad rahimahullah comes into American society, there's a great need for people to understand religion in a palpable way, in a way that's easy to consume and understand, but also to see ourselves in context of the society. So if I can show you the society in yourself, then I help you study yourself to understand things about the society. So he never went into the immune, he may have, but I wasn't there when he talked about the immune system and the role the immune system serves in the society. If all of these systems are part of society, the immune system then is a system of society. In a properly formed society, taqwa is the immune system.
Yeah.
Allahu Akbar. The Prophet ﷺ in Medina, he didn't have police force. There was no Medina police department. He didn't need it because the people's taqwa protected them. Even to this very day. The last time I went on Umrah, mashallah, the one time I went on Umrah, but the last time, mashallah, I was at a gold shop. And I was buying all these gold bangles for my wife. And I had to go to I had to go to the ATM. So I handed the shop owner the gold back, and I told him I have to go get money out the ATM. He looked at me like I had lost my mind. And he said, now I knew that didn't mean to take it for free. I knew that meant I'm in the city of Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, and my taqwa would prevent me from stealing those gold bangles. And if my taqwa didn't prevent me, my hand would get cut off. And it's like that. So taqwa is the first security for the community. But we live in a society, an environment that lacks taqwa. There's a lot of God-fearing, God-loving people in America. There's a lot of them. But you also have the opposite. You have those who have no concern for God. You have those who are caught up in life. You have those who are given to crime, who are given to robbing and stealing and pilfering and murder and things like that. The masjid was broken into not just a couple weeks ago. The masjid was broken into. Somebody kicked in the doors, tried to get money out the Zakat station, all of that. Mercy was broken into not too long ago. Somebody kicked the doors open, stole laptops and stuff like that. So we live in an environment where crime is proliferates. And we were given an immune system way back in the basic founding days of this community. When I say this community, I mean the Muslim American community. We were given a system of always protecting the mosque. It was part of the culture. When you came to the mosque, you had a responsibility. You were responsible for all property at all times. You drove by, you checked on it, because there was a system of security built up that you were always secure-minded. But what happens over time is, you're working out, you lift weights, you get these big muscles, and then, you're ready. But what happens when you stop exercising? Your muscles atrophy. And when your muscles atrophy, they get too small. Now, aging is a natural part of community life. And when certain Sahaba and companions will get older, they won't go out in war anymore. The younger will take their place and take their responsibility. Brothers and sisters, we often wait for a crisis, but that's not how we were trained. We have stopped lifting weights as a community. And our security muscles have atrophied. And they're very small. And not only that, I'm going to ask the younger brothers in the community to take your responsibility in protecting and securing the community like was done for you when you were young. The average age of the person on security at this masjid is 60. And that shouldn't be the case. The average age should be 24, 25. So two things happen. One, we stopped being, we said somebody else's responsibility. Somebody else will do it. I'm too busy. And I get it. We all have to make money. We all have to take care of a family. We all have to do those kind of things. We all have these things that are pulling on us. But never forget and think about how you're going to feel if something happens. I don't know the details behind the murder of our brother, Imam Hassan Sharif, whom we all knew, most of us. Masjid Muhammad in Newark is the equivalent of MWDM in Houston, Texas. Masjid Muhammad is the original mosque, going way back. And there may have been some others in the Newark area, and I'm not an expert of the Newark history, but I do know that mosque goes way back to the early days of the Muslim community in America, and it's one of our historic mosques. And I don't know what happened, because the details are coming out, but the Imam is on his way to Fajr prayer. He's 10 feet from the door of the masjid, and he's murdered. Multiple gunshot wounds. And this wasn't the first time it happened. Now there's many people up there. We should have done that. We should have been there with the Imam in the morning. We shouldn't have let the Imam be there by himself. Well, Allah allowed it to happen. But let this be a wake-up call for you and I. Let's not lose the muscles and the good habits that we had very strong as a community. You always were safe at the mosque. There was always security at the mosque. You never felt like there would be any challenges. And we had it very strong here. COVID kind of wiped it out. COVID came around. A lot of people stopped coming around. And a lot of people haven't come back. So that consciousness isn't there. So I'm asking us to take our responsibility more serious. If you can get here in the mornings, if you can be here in the mornings, if you can get here before Jummah, if you can get here when we're having functions, make sure that you avail yourself. Yeah, you might have to miss some movies, or you might have to miss a night at a comedy club or something like that. That happens all week. You may have to leave something a little early, but protecting the interests of the community and the life of the community is more important than these passing frivolous things. So we have to refocus, and we have to take this serious, because when none of us want to say we should have been doing this, we should have been doing that, we should have done this, we should have done that. It's best to be proactive and get it done. And until we can do that, we're going to have to pay for security. Until the brothers are able to re-engage and put themselves back in a position, we're going to have to pay for security. So if you're too busy to come to the masjid and do security, then get with Imam Farouk. Let's get 3 or 4 people. You can make a $100 donation a month, and you have it come out directly out of your check account. And that will replace you happen to be here physically, so that we can make sure that we have security at the masjid at all times, because this is a very tenuous, dangerous time. Somebody left a plant, a thorny bush. We didn't make a big deal about it, but somebody left a thorny bush on our back door. Imam Farouk called me and told me it's a thorny bush. Somebody left a thorny bush on our back door in a note not too long ago. And depending on how you read that note, if you read it naively, you would think, oh, this is a good thing. But if you read it with a security mind, that note and the plant and the nature of that plant and the fact that it was a thorny plant, they didn't leave a big pretty plant with a bunch of beautiful flowers with a good smelling aroma. They left a thorny plant on our back door. And that thorny plant can be taken as a message, because it's not a sweet smelling plant, it's a thorny plant. And they wrote in there something that if you read it in a certain way, because of the war right now that's happening, the tension or the genocide really that's happening in Gaza right now. If you read that note a certain way, you could read it as thorns are about to come in the direction of this masjid. So let's be serious about this, brothers and sisters. And let's take these responsibilities serious. And let's make sure that we either physically help secure this masjid, or we make sure that there's enough in a dedicated budget. I know the brothers that were in the nation are turning over right now. The brothers that were in the nation is pain in the souls right now. But sometimes you have to do something until you do another thing. It's better to do something until you do another thing than to not do something at all. So let's get with Imam Farouk after Jummah, and it's a special fund that's just for security, that we make sure that the masjid is secure at all times when you and I are here, because the masjids of Allah should be maintained by those who believe. أقول قولي هذا أستغفر الله لي ولكم والحمد لله رب العالمين. الحمد لله رب العالمين والصلاة والسلام على رسوله الكريم محمد صلى الله عليه وسلم وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين أما بعد. Brothers and sisters, there's a few people who tend to be here all the time. And there's one, see, I don't want to say a whole lot because there could be some people in here right now that aren't, that's casing the place. Now you're overreacting, man, okay. But what I will say is, let's make sure that we don't leave our most dedicated workers here by themselves. Step one. And those of you who are here all the time, you know exactly who I'm talking about. That believer should never be here by themselves, should never be the last person leaving. And we always have to secure one another. If you're leaving the masjid and you're with a group, make sure everyone stays together until you get outside the gate. I know y'all don't remember, but right across the street, there was a murder, right in that house over there. And after the person was stabbed, they ran to the back door of the masjid, blood all over them, because they were seeking help. Now, are you saying this to scare people away? No, because we're Muslims. We clean up. We are not afraid. Our whole history has been cleaning up neighborhoods. Our whole history has been going into bad areas and making them better. Our whole history have been making situations that were challenging better. And half of you in here, before you accepted Islam, you were some of the coldest. One brother gave me a book. MashaAllah. He gave me a book about his life before he accepted Islam, where he detailed everything he was in. So listen, some of you were eating glass before you became Muslim. So you keep eating glass. You have to have that in the ummah. You have to have that defense in the ummah. That's why the Prophet ﷺ said the best of you before Islam are the best of you in Islam. Khalid ibn al-Walid was a brilliant general before he became a Muslim, and he was even a better general after he became a Muslim. So if you ate glass and everybody feared you on the streets before you accepted Islam, that shouldn't change. They should stay away from this place because they know you're here. Tyrone over there? Yeah, Tyrone calls himself Salim now. And we better not go mess over there. Because brother Tyrone don't play. Let's not forget that, brothers and sisters. And let's take this very serious, inshallah. And let's make sure we protect our lives and protect the security of the masjid and the community. ربنا آتنا في الدنيا حسنة وفي الآخرة حسنة وقنا عذاب النار. ربنا ظلمنا أنفسنا وإن لم تغفر لنا وترحمنا لنكونن من الخاسرين. Oh Allah, help us, guide us, have mercy on us. Oh Allah, protect us. Oh Allah, Give the family of Imam Sharif, give them patience. Forgive Imam Sharif his sins and bless him with paradise. Give the Newark community and the believers, give them patience and strength and support to get through this challenging time. All the works, the good works that have been carried on in that community for the last 70 years, oh Allah, give them the strength to continue those good works. All those lives that they have uplifted and continue to uplift, oh Allah, give them the strength to continue on. Continue to allow that mosque and all mosques to be a beacon of light, to be a beacon of hope, to be a place of security. Oh Allah, where we don't have men, send your angels. And oh Allah, give us angels to protect us. And oh Allah, reinforce us and strengthen our resolve to serve you, to worship you, and to protect the life of the masjid and the community. Walhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen. After Salah Jummah, we're going to offer Janazah bil Ghaib for Imam Sharif. I believe most of us should know it by now, but we'll offer Janazah bil Ghaib around 5 minutes after Jummah for him, inshallah. And if you don't know Janazah, we have some pamphlets up here that you can get.
Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar. Ashhadu an la ilaha illallah wa ashhadu anna Muhammadan Rasulullah. Hayya ala salat, hayya ala falah, qamit salat, qamit salat. Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar. La ilaha illallah Muhammadan Rasulullah.
Still wa'atadilu. Brothers, try your best to make your line straight. Someone wants, I know a lot of messages have lines in them now. But make your line straight, inshallah. Line up shoulder to shoulder, heart to heart. Let's not let the shaitan come between our hearts. Make sure that you look to your right and your left and that you have enough room in front of you to make sajda. Allahu Akbar. Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen. Ar-Rahman Ar-Rahim. Maliki Yawmiddin. Iyyaka na'budu wa iyyaka nasta'in. Ihdina as-siratal mustaqim. صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين. ألم نشرح لك صدرك ووضعنا عنك وزرك الذي أنقض ظهرك ورفعنا لك ذكرك فإن مع العسر يسرا إن مع العسر يسرا فإذا فرغت فانصب وإلى ربك فارغب. الله أكبر. سمع الله لمن حمده. الله أكبر. الله أكبر. الله أكبر. الله أكبر. الحمد رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين آمين. والتين والزيتون وطور سينين وهذا البلد الأمين لقد خلقنا الإنسان في أحسن تقويم ثم رددناه أسفل سافلين إلا الذين آمنوا وعملوا الصالحات فلهم أجر غير ممنون فما يكذبوك بعد بالدين أليس الله بأحكم الحاكمين الله أكبر الله أكبر سمع الله لمن حمده الله أكبر الله أكبر الله أكبر الله أكبر السلام عليكم ورحمة الله السلام عليكم ورحمة الله Brothers and sisters, before the Janaz Goodbye, we have a few announcements. On your way out, this masjid is made possible by your donations and your support. So please, every time you come and pray, leave something. Whatever it is, $1, $2, $100, $1,000, leave something. There's 2 big brown Zakat boxes and Sadaqah boxes outside, and building fund boxes. Please leave a donation, inshallah, on your way out so we can make sure this facility is open and available throughout the year.
Assalamu alaikum. Alhamdulillah. Real quick, as Imam Wazir Ali was just stating, we do need your Zakat, your donations, and if you want to have your card scanned, then please see myself or Imam Khutbah, and then we can scan your debit or credit card or something. Today's menu consists of baked chicken, I don't have my glasses though, barbecue, baked chicken, fried fish, rice with black eyed peas, salad, iced tea, and cornbread. So please make an effort to go by and get yourself a meal before you leave, inshallah. And we have a bunch of events that's going to be taking place this year. We have Ramadan, which is going to be the conference dedicated to the scholarship of sisters and the leadership of sisters. And then also have an African American history program that's going to be coming up in February. So please be on the lookout for all that information. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
We're going to give time for sunnahs, and as soon as your sunnahs are finished, we'll make the announcement later. Actually, in Mecca, they do it right after Salah. So we'll offer it now, and then if you can make your sons. So please form odd line. If you don't know, so salat, the janazah salah is all done standing up. There is no ruku, there is no sajda. There's 4 takbirs, and there is a dua that you make after each takbir. If you know it by heart, then make it by heart. If you don't know it, you can just say Allahumma ghfir lahu, Allahumma ghfir lahu, Allahumma ghfir lahu. And we all don't know Arabic. We can't remember that. Just say, oh Allah, forgive him. Oh Allah, forgive him. Oh Allah, forgive him. And there's pamphlets available. If you need one, or if you want one, raise your hand. There's different schools of thought. So the one that you're seeing here might be different than the one that you're used to. Just if it is, just pray the one that you're used to. Allahu Akbar. Allahu Akbar. Allahu Akbar. Allahu Akbar. Allahu Akbar. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah.
That concludes the janazah, inshallah. Please make dua for his family. There's much good donations, and there's donations on, there's different avenues by which you can donate to the Imam's family, inshallah. How are you? Good to see you. See you too. Welcome back to town.
I appreciate it.
How long are you in town for?
Just a couple of days. My mom turned 66 yesterday, so even mom flew in from Boston, so all of her 11 got to see that. You guys,
Inshallah.
7 years.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, that's good.
Yeah, alhamdulillah.
Glad that y'all all back together.
Yeah, alhamdulillah.
Assalamu alaikum. How are you? Well, he look just like you. Assalamu alaikum, Rahman. How are you? How does he? Who is this? This is, what's your name? He's a brilliant, I can tell. Extreme, isn't he? He's extremely smart. I can see it. I should ask this fool. I got him. I know how it is. I know the look when they're extremely smart. Very good at math and all that stuff, right? MashaAllah.
A couple of it's a year, most of it's somewhere.
By the way, would you like to congratulate on the Lockheed manifestation of exercise?
That was him.
Wazir, I'm gonna give you a call later. Okay. So,
Alaikum salam. How are you, Habibi? Good to see you. How's everything been?
My brother always tells me to say hi to you, Morgan McCarthy from El Paso.
Yeah,
you know your dad, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They soldiered together.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A long time ago.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. You doing okay?
Alhamdulillah, yeah. We don't come down here to this side of town too often, but when I have days off, I like to come down here to see my son.
Excellent. Samir, good to meet you, Samir. Alhamdulillah, well, I'm glad.
Yeah.
Anytime you're in the area, let me know.
Yeah.
Yeah,
We have time to make a trip down
There's
here.
another on Mercy, too. You been to Mercy?
No, where's that one?
It's on Hillcroft, 59.
That's a little bit closer. 'Cause I live in Spring Branch, so it's a
Yeah, it's on Hillcroft and 59, right next to Shania.
Oh yeah, it's like in the back of the shopping center. Is it that?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've been there a couple times.
Yeah. We run that one, too.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, so it's you get consistent message.
Okay. All right.
Okay?
Assalamu alaikum, brother.
Excellent. Make sure you get some, we got bean pies over there.
Oh yeah. I'm
Yeah,
sure my
yeah.
wife probably already over there.
Assalamu alaikum. How are you?